Hello, my beloved HSPs. I wanted to talk to you today in this video about something called agency. And I'll read you what Bessel van der Kolk writes about agency in his book that is incredible, called The Body Keeps the Score. Agency starts with interoception, our awareness of our subtle sensory body-based feelings. The greater that awareness, the greater our potential to control our lives. If you have a comfortable connection with your inner sensations, if you can trust them to give you accurate information, you will feel in charge of your body, your feelings, and yourself. Boy, when I read that, it blew my mind, because right now I am on the receiving end of somatic therapy, specifically Somatic Experiencing, which was created by the wonderful Peter Levine. He's been doing this work for over 40 years. He's amazing. And it's changing my life. I can't believe it. And as an HSP, what it is doing is bringing me back into my body. And I feel like so many HSPs, and I see this in my practice, therapy practice all the time. Unfortunately, a lot of us HSPs start to distrust our bodies because we develop things like anxiety and depression and very distressing symptoms that we believe our high sensitivity has caused us. But right now, I'm really reframing this whole concept of agency, and that I want to be in my body, and I want my clients to be in their bodies. I want you to be in your body. Why? Because that is where we are touched the most by joy and pleasure and ecstasy. If we're not in our bodies, we can't enjoy those things. And unfortunately, many of us have been traumatized. It's very traumatizing just being a highly sensitive person in this world that is not set up to see differences as something positive. So we get labeled very early on. It's very unfortunate. But if you want to share your stories, or if you resonate with this as a comment along with this video, I would love to hear it. I'm sure lots of other HSPs who are watching this or finding this would love to hear it as well. It's also very good to get our voices out and to feel connected as a community. So that's what I'm trying to do through my work, especially with podcasts and videos. So I just want you to ask yourself, how have I lost agency over my body? And how can I get that back? How can I feel in control of my body? So for some people, it's that they develop, say, an anxiety disorder, and they had a lot of very scary sensations in their body and a lot of symptomology based on that anxiety. But what happens is that we add fear onto fear often if we have anxiety. So we get diagnosed, say, with a panic disorder, generalized anxiety disorder, whatever it is, and we often get medicated, which is, sometimes very helpful and can help. But in the long run, I think it can be a Band-Aid, and that we really need to do some root cause healing. And that's what I do in my work with my clients. We go to the root. So if you just imagine that the anxiety, for example, is like a weed in the garden, you can just mow the grass and mow over that weed, but it'll keep popping up again. But if you dig that weed out and put some extra effort into it, you can get the roots and throw out the whole thing. Guess what? It won't grow back again. So I see diagnoses, for example, of anxiety and depression specifically as metaphors for something deeper that we need to unearth. And for many of us, that's childhood trauma. And HSPs, because we feel things so deeply and we have such strong physiological reactions, our traumas may be a bit buried, and we may think we don't have trauma because they're not what we call the big T traumas. But for us, little t traumas can sometimes feel like big T traumas. So it's really important to go and unearth that. I do this work with my clients in my practice, and I work across Canada. If you're in Canada, maybe I can help you. But there are wonderful therapists all over the world who do somatic experiencing or some type of somatic-based psychotherapy that will help you to really rid yourself of the original roots that cause the fear, the anxiety, the depression, whatever you've been labeled with. I really encourage you to find that healing. It's worth it, and you are worth it.